Hey, what's going on, guys? Today I got with me this 2018 Kia Optima. It has the 2.4 liter GDI motor, and today I'm making this video to show you how to properly do a GDI service, and I will also show you the intake valves before and after the service is complete. 2018 Kia Optima 2.4 GDI, full GDI service. There you go. As you can see, this 2018 Kia Optima has well over 99,000 kilometers on it, almost at 100,000 Ks. It is very high for the model year, and the owner, when asked about the kilometers, he said this vehicle was a rental car before he bought it. So that explains the high kilometers, and we'll start doing this, see what it looks like afterwards. All right, so the first thing I want to do is I'm going to remove this intake manifold right here and just give you a before video so you could see the condition of the intake valves before we do anything. And then after the service is done, I'm going to remove the intake manifold again to show you what kind of a difference the service has done for the intake valves. All right, so we'll start with that. So before we start with that, I got a 2.4 liter engine here from 2017 Kia Sorento. This is pretty much the exact same engine that's in this vehicle, in the Kia Optima. And just to give you a better look of what the intake looks like, and this is what we'll be removing today. Alright guys, so we got the intake off, and it's right there on the floor. So I'm going to try and get a good view of the valves, and this will be the before video, and then we'll do the service, and then we'll take this intake off one more time just to show you what kind of a difference it has made, if any. So if we go and look in here, obviously lighting is going to be an issue, but let me see if I can set up the light better. Alright, so this is what the first cylinder looks like condition wise. It's hard to tell on video, but just looking inside the valve myself, there's definitely a lot of buildup. So I'm gonna move on to the next cylinder and see if we get a better view of this one. Yeah, this one is also a lot of carbon buildup. Nope. Right. Sorry guys, just trying to work the lights here. There we go. You can see the massive buildup on that cylinder. I'm moving along here. Cylinder number 3. You can also see all the buildup in there. All the carbon deposits. See if I can get my camera right in there. Again, it's a very tight space, hard to see. And then this is the last cylinder here. Yeah, that's much better there. Also, a lot of buildup. So hopefully that gave you somewhat of a visual. And we're now gonna put the intake back on and see what happens. There we go, we got better light now. Remember, this car has approximately 100,000 kilometers. And you can see all the carbon right there. Perfect. All right, so here we have the intake manifold, and I'm just going to show you the carbon or the oil built up here on the intake manifold itself also. And this service should definitely clear out a lot of this also. Again, we'll get a much better idea of how well things have worked out when we go to remove the intake on the next videos, so we can see exactly how well the system worked. And this would be a good reference to point out here also. Alright guys, so we got the intake back in, and all the plugs, the harness, everything back into its place. The next thing we're going to do now, I'm actually going to take this car outside and let it run so that it gets to operating temperature. We're looking for the fan to kick in, and once we get that, I'm going to bring it back inside, and then we'll start doing the GDI intake valve service. And in the meantime, I'll also show you the product that I'm using, and we'll go from there. Alright guys, so what we're using today to do the intake valve cleaning is a product that was given to us by CleanFlow. And just so you guys know, this is not a paid promotion. So I was in the market looking for a GDI service system, and I happened to run into CleanFlow. And when I talked to their representatives, they decided to give me this system to use and just find out whether or not I would still be interested in buying it. So this is like a sample or a test kit that they gave me, and this is the system right here. And what we're going to be using today is the 101 solution, which is the intake valve cleaner. After we're done that, we're also going to use the 102. This is the soot remover and engine cleaner, and also the advanced fuel system cleaner. So this product 101, we're going to be pouring into the container, and we're going to be pressurizing the system at 40 psi with the engine running at 2000 RPM, and the other end of it is a jet nozzle, and we're going to see how well that works. The 102 solution, you just pour it directly into the engine oil or the crankcase, let it run for about 5 minutes at about 1000 RPM, and then change the oil. And the 103 solution, you just pour it directly into the gas tank, and you got to make sure you have minimum half a tank of gas, and you shouldn't be using E85 or ethanol based 85 gas. So if you have just regular Supreme or premium gas, you can just pour that into the fuel tank and take the car for a test drive. All right, so what you're going to be seeing is the 101 solution, which we're going to pressurize in the system. And we're going to connect the S nozzle here directly into the throttle body, and we'll see how that goes. Okay guys, so we got the system connected to the shop air line. We got it there set up at about 40 psi, and we got the line connected straight into the throttle body there, as you can see. And the car is nice and warm, so we're going to start the vehicle, and then we're going to open the valve, which is located here, and we're going to allow the solution to do its thing. Go ahead. All right, 2,000 RPM. Open the valve. There we go. Got the slight pause. You gotta keep it up. Keep up the RPM. 2,000 is good. 2,000. Try to hold it there. Yeah, find the sweet spot. Go, go, go. Yeah, right there. Find the sweet. There you go. That's it. No, don't try not to go too high. Everything's looking good. Got a lot of smoke coming out the back here. So we're waiting to see that there's no more solution. Still at 40 psi. Looks like we're cleaning a lot of the carbon. You can see it's all coming out. And there you can see the liquid is coming to an end at the air pockets now. It's almost done, John. Just keep it up. There you go. The solution's pretty much done. I'm going to shut off the valve. So we disconnected the system now. And we're just going to give it a few more minutes just to let it run. And you can see smoke's cleared up a lot better. We got a lot of that carbon out of there. And just going to give it some time to just keep burning whatever else is in the engine. And then we'll remove the system. So this is the engine right after we let it idle, and I'm not sure if it's just me, but it sounds pretty nice already. Just the sound of the engine is a little bit quieter, it seems, but I can refer back to just before we started this and see if it did make much of a difference, but it already sounds pretty good. Alright guys, so the car's back inside on the hoist, and the next thing we're going to be doing is solution 102. This is the direct injection soot remover and engine cleaner. So we're just going to shut the car down and add this to the engine oil, and we're going to run it for about 5 minutes just above idle, and then we're going to change the oil after that. So if you want to find out how to change the oil on your Kia Optima, this will be the process for it. Alright guys, so with this solution, all you're doing is adding it to the engine oil. Just making sure that your oil level is correct, it's not too low. And also, once you pour it into the engine oil, what you want to do is start your vehicle and have it run at slightly above idle. So we're going to get it around the 1000 RPM, and they want us to do this for about 5 minutes. So we'll try to stabilize the idle here at about 1000 for 5 minutes, and then change the oil afterwards. Alright, so to complete the service for the 102, you'll now have to change your engine oil. So in order to change your engine oil, you'll need to remove this one splash guard here, and you'll see right above is your oil filter right here, and then your oil drain plug, which is a 17 millimeter. So the first thing I noticed as soon as the oil started coming out is just how dark the oil was, darker than usual. So it definitely did some cleaning. As you can see there, the oil wasn't that dirty when I checked it on the dipstick, but definitely seemed like it did clean something out of the engine. So again, seems like it actually did something. We'll let that keep draining. And that drain bolt is actually not a 17, it's a 19 millimeter socket. Alright, so while we're waiting for the oil to drain so we can add new oil, the final thing you will be doing is the 103, and this is the advanced fuel system cleaner. And this product, you just pour it directly into your gas tank, and the only thing that you'd have to do is make sure that you have at least half a tank of gas. This one has about 3/4, which is good. And it also suggests not to use this item if you're running E85 ethanol based gasoline. It's not recommended for those for that type of fuel system. So if you're not running that, just go ahead and pour the entire content of the fuel system cleaner into your gas tank, and you would drive the vehicle afterwards. Alright guys, so that is the full GDI service provided by CleanFlow, Solution 101, 102, and 103. I just released the vehicle back to the owner, and we had agreed that after a few days of driving, he will come back and we'll remove the intake manifold again, and have a better look at how well the Solution 101 worked, and an honest opinion as to whether or not he noticed any difference in the drivability of his vehicle. So I hope you found this video helpful and informative, and if it was, don't forget to please share, like, and subscribe for more great videos like this. The second part I will be releasing in a few days. Thank you and have a great day.